Welcome to A Day with FMZ, a global initiative to bring in leadership perspective. And today we have Michael. Thank you, Michael, for joining us. And also have my co-host, Lisa. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. We're really pleased to have your insights as a recognized expert on FM leadership.
Thank
The
you.
past few years have accelerated maybe the greatest evolution in business practices ever, and on a global scale. What do you see as the greatest impact for FM leaders?
Well, I think it's become pretty clear that our importance in the workplace is more visible than ever, both in the actual physical space, the working space for work at home, for making it safe, doing all those things, cleaning even, but also for the mechanical, electrical asset management, if you will, of a building, maintenance and operations with filtration and airflow and things like that. So we've had a great opportunity to increase our visibility. My concern is that visibility might be fleeting and that it's really incumbent on us to leverage what's already happened, our connections with HR, our connections with senior management through the facilities team, and ensure that going forward, our voice, our strategic offerings as far as what can be done in the workplace will continue to be listened to and will continue to get support. So it's kind of a two-edged sword. We got that visibility, now we have to keep it.
That's a pretty important insight. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. So, if you are to just look at, given the shape, what skills do you advocate are the most critical for FM leaders today, and why? I think you've seen the huge transformation. What do you think is a important skill that one should adopt today?
Right, well, it goes back to what I just spoke about. Being front and center, being visible, requires facilities people to communicate excellently. And I think one of the most important things, to be able to advocate for ourselves and sell our requirements, sell our needs, understand how what we do connects with the organization's core business and the organization's key objectives, and make sure that everything we do every single time, we're highlighting how we are supporting that. You know, here's a business case for a particular initiative, and the top two reasons why this initiative is important are the top two reasons why the company exists and what they think are important. So it should not be about us. It should not be about what we think is important when you're doing a new initiative. It has to be about that connection directly to the company. And that's how we sell to senior management, and that's how we get the resources we need. So in a nutshell, we can be as good as we can be. We can be highly technical. We can be very, very good at procuring services, managing staff, cleaning. None of that will matter unless you can sell your needs to senior management. That is the most critical skill we need to build in this industry, in our profession.
It's an important reminder tying it back to the organization and their strategic plan. It's kind of a hard sell for a lot of FMs who came up through the technical trades rather than in through the business side. So, for those who have spent their career focused on technical skills, do you have specific tips or recommendations for how they can advance those skills?
Sure, and I'm one of those folks. I fell into this career from a technical background a long time ago. And there are many of us, many others like me. There's others, luckily, who come in from a formal educational stream, and they've gotten some business skill training in school, in college, in university, when they've done their masters. So we kind of have a two-pronged, sort of two separate streams right now. The folks like me tend to be at a disadvantage because we didn't have that much business skills developed through schooling, etc. So I think for folks with the more of a technical knowledge, the first thing they have to do is want to do things differently. They need to recognize the need for better business skills, better strategic planning, communications, that selling aspect that I've talked about. they have to want to do that first. And if that doesn't happen, then nothing else will help them. But when they recognize that those things help them do their job better, they're going to get more money for maintenance, they're going to get more staffing, they're going to get support for their ideas, the things they really care about, then they're going to do better. So it's business skills. Take non-facility management training, if it's provided by your company in particular, to other groups on sales, on marketing, on finance, on HR, on negotiating skills, really, really important, communications. And if your company doesn't offer those things internally, and some do, then look at community college, after continuing education, and take the same kind of courses. Again, negotiating, communicating, selling, marketing, finance, anything you can find that's business. It doesn't have to be purely FM. I do want to point out that the FMP course and the CFM highlight business skills quite a bit, not just technical skills. So you can see where IFMA wants us to go.
They really do. Yes. Thank you.
I think it's important, along with the technical skills, to build the capability of soft skills is very, very important, because when you start moving up, leadership qualities are very, very key. So considering that with your vast experience and you've been mentoring a lot of people, young professionals, if you could give an emerging FM professional one piece of career advice, what is that going to be?
Do things differently. Don't just do what your predecessor did 5, 10, 15 years ago. We need to evolve as a profession. We need to do things differently. And the business skills that we talked about, Vinay, you mentioned, and Lisa, you mentioned as well, those are the kinds of things we need to do differently.
That's great.
I think one is to do things differently. I think second thing is FM profession itself is so dynamic. So what is relevant today may not be relevant tomorrow. So everything is getting updated. So either you update yourself with reskilling, or you'll be outdated from the market. I think another important point you brought was connecting with the organization, understanding their needs is very, very important today. I think if you don't understand what an organization wants from you, you may think that you're dealing best, but that may not be a need of an organization. I think connecting with the stakeholders, understanding the requirements is very, very important. In the same way, to build the soft skills or leadership skills along with the technical skills are equally important. I think, Lisa, you're also having a vast experience. What is that you want to just share your experience and thought? What could be one piece of advice for young professionals who want to choose FM as a profession today, right? All of us just came with the stream, we joined this profession, right? Today, they have a choice to choose this as a profession because it has grown enormously.
What I tell people all the time is take every single opportunity you have for advancement and education. So if you get offered a course, or if they want you to learn a new skill set, go out and learn it. There are resources for you, but take every single opportunity, because it's about maturing your FM organization and maturing yourself and your skills for that.
Thank you.
Sure.
I think one last question I would ask Mike. So if you think that one thing can bring a huge difference today, if you talk about this profession is dynamic, right? So I think even whatever technology we might integrate, still it needs a human touch, right? Human factor, human element, right? How can someone build those things basically along with the technology? How do they build that? What should be their main focus? We have discussed about upskilling, reskilling, advancing. What is that one skill which has given you success?
I think the most important thing is being able to look at information, data, and make good, solid decisions based on that. You mentioned technology. We need to learn technology. We need to understand it. We don't need to be experts in implementing it. What we do need to become is experts at using the information it provides to us. So forget gut feel, forget this is how we used to do it. Taking some information that comes out of these technology solutions and using it to make better decisions, to sell to senior management, and all of those kinds of fun things is really the key right now.
Thank you. I think
Fabulous.
today is the era of data-driven decision making. I think, as you rightly said, gut feeling, these are outdated now. Today, everything is based on the data. Today, I want to
Yes.
expand my office space. I look at what is occupancy. I look at my energy management, waste management, and everything is data-driven. I think we don't need to be tech savvies, but we need to know how the technology works and how do we convert that data into articulated reports. So, uh, thank you for sharing your experience, and we'll continue to do more. Thank you, and keep watching us. In case if you have any topic, a relevant topic to be covered, please write to us. And thank you once
Thanks,
again.
Michel. Thanks, Vinay.
And thank you. Bye now.